What's up guys, RoseRas15 here. Today I want to do a video about something serious. It's not, something about something being funny, I'm actually want to be serious about something for a second. I'm of course talking about, well, you guys can read the title down below, the description down below, and sorry if I stutter a little bit because usually when something is serious or something sad that I find out, I usually stutter, so I apologize, or my voice gets a little bit, I get the knot in the back of my throat, which something that, like, anytime something sad happens or I hear something terrible, any kind of news or anything around me that's sad, I have a hard time trying to speak, so don't judge. This is about, of course, the voice actor down below, Vic Mignogna, which I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. It's a voice actor that's been around since quite a while, since I think back in the 80s. But he's probably know him well for the voice of Broly from the Dragon Ball series. He's been voicing Broly since the early 90s. I think almost like 25 years. I think since like back in 92 or 93 when the Broly movie came out, he was the English voice actor for him. Here's a picture of Broly from the Dragon Ball Z series, one of my favorite characters in the entire series. I like this character, he's very cool and he's very awesome. I know he's done other things too, like Ruby, which my good friend Sunyat Metalhead's a big fan of. He's a huge fan of Ruby. I'll upload a picture of my friend Sunyat Metalhead's room. As you can see, he's a big Ruby fan. Here's a picture. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to my good friend Sunyat Metalhead for filming his room. Thank you so much for letting me use this footage, Sunyat Metalhead. So as you can see by his room, big fan, you name it. He's got figurines, collectibles, weapons, plushies. Sunyan Metalhead is obsessed with Ruby, and he's definitely a big fan. But I respect him on that, and if one thing is for sure, he knows his Ruby shit compared to me. Again, Sunyan Metalhead, massive fan of Ruby. Massive fan. He's a big fan. So if anybody knows Ruby better than anybody that I know, it's definitely Jerry, my good friend Sunyan Metalhead. So I wanted to talk about something serious about what's been going on with Vic Mignogna. As of late, he's been accused of some accusations, and not the good kind. Obviously, there's no good kind of accusations. Unless somebody was saying, like, hey, I accused Jerry of being the coolest YouTuber in the world. Like, hey, thanks, you're kind. Nothing like that, sadly, for poor Vic Mignogna. He's been accused of things like sexual harassment and rape and all these things, and I just find that I want to be on the defensive side in case if anybody's wondering. I'm on the defense for Vic Mignogna. As my good friend Sunyan Metalhead said it best, innocent till proven guilty. Something that apparently these companies and even some of his close friends have not been able to comprehend, apparently, because... So, January 26th, my good friend Sunyan Metalhead went to a convention, to work actually, he works at conventions sometimes. So here's the convention that Sunyan Metalhead went to. It's called the STC and it was located in Laredo, Texas. I didn't go personally, I didn't have time to go, I was actually working during the time. My friend Sunyan Metalhead was there also working, but thankfully he was able to speak to some of the voice actors there. He was there setting up to sell some stuff there at the convention, but he got to meet some people there, including some of the voice actors, and got to speak to some of the voice actors, including Christopher Sabat and Monica Rial. So thank you, Sunyan Metalhead, for giving me some information about this. I appreciate it, dude, and didn't want to go in blind, and I appreciate you giving me this information. Thank you so much, dude. The Dragon Ball Z Broly movie just came out recently, and now people are hopping on the bandwagon like, ooh, we can talk about Vic Mignogna, and we can finally attack him now, because now people are talking about Broly, and apparently he's been accused of these scandals and these accusations going back all the way to 2008. And my good friend Sunyan Metalhead can confirm this. He had a friend, my good friend Sunyan Metalhead's friend, actually interviewed Vic Mignogna back in 2008, and the guy is very friendly. He's a very nice person, according to my close friends that met him personally. So I believe what they're saying, because, I mean, it's one thing to go off an accusation, but it's another thing if you know somebody close to you actually can confirm how somebody is by actually meeting them in the flesh, And I just want to say that it's, you know, I mean, we don't know if he's guilty. This whole thing exploded on Twitter where a lot of these people were telling or targeting Vic Mignogna, saying, "Oh, he would sexually harass me. He would grab my arm and hug me inappropriately, touch me inappropriately." Now, I'm aware that Vic Mignogna has done things where he's hugged some of his fans and even given them kisses on the forehead.
These allegations have been going around for a number of years now, but it's only recently gained traction since the movie's release. People have been coming forward that Vic had inappropriately touched them, although despite from the evidence we've seen, all we've seen is Vic hugging and kissing his fans on the cheek or forehead. It's well known that Vic is very affectionate towards his fans, and he has recently come out with a statement clarifying that he never meant to make anyone feel uncomfortable.
But in my defense, and yes, I'm going to say I'm on the defense for Vic Mignogna, my good friend Sunil Metalhead, he's in the neutral in case I'm wondering what his opinion is. What his opinion is, he's neutral, which again he's trying to be professional. He just says that Sunil Metalhead's in the norm of saying that he believes that he is innocent to proven guilty, and that's how he sees him. He doesn't defend Vic Mignogna, but nor is he against him. He just says, I think I will be casting my judgment on him until we know the results. And unfortunately, we are not getting those results until we're not going to get, even if we do get those results, it doesn't matter because he's been let go at Rooster Teeth and he's been let go by Funimation. He's been fired, basically, from Ruby and Dragon Ball. He is no longer part of those series anymore. He is gone because of these accusations, which again, we don't know if they're true or not. And I'll put some comments here on YouTube about what are some of the people's thoughts. I'm going to cross off their names out of respect. I don't want, you looking up these people on YouTube so you can like hate on them, like send them death threats like, why'd you say that? Or you're wrong, I don't believe you, but you need to shut up. I don't want anybody to attack these people. And to defend these people, I'm going to cross off their names so these people know who they are. I'm going to use your comments as what your guys' opinions are on this whole situation. And again, you're more than welcome to leave in the comments down below what your thoughts are on the whole Vic Mignogna accusation. Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he's not? And again, these are some of the comments from the community, and most of them seem pretty sad or shocked that, Vic is getting the treatment he's getting and that they think he's mostly innocent for the most part. I myself think he's innocent. Again, there's no further proof until he's proven guilty, but in my honest to God opinion, I don't think he's done anything bad. And these comments prove to me that the people are on his side, and including me. And some of these comments make me a little bit sad because most of it is probably true. Vic Mignogna is innocent to proven guilty, and I don't want people to think automatically he's a pervert or he's a misogynist or he's all these things. He's terrible. We don't know that. We don't even know if he's guilty of these things. So the fact that these companies let him go shows that they are not on his side, that they would rather just let him go because of these accusations, that they believe, well, this person said this about the voice actor, and of course it makes sense from a company's perspective, because you got to look at it from a company's perspective. If you have a voice actor who's getting this bad publicity, would you want to keep him? Again, I'm looking at this from a business point of view. From a personal, like me personally, I would say no. He's a human being like us, and we need to stand and fight till we figure out who is the wrong in this case. Is Vic Mignogna actually guilty of these things, or are these people farting this information out of their asses? Which I'm pretty sure most of them are. But no, these companies let him go because they rather choose the easy way out, where they're like, let's let him go. We don't have to worry about bad publicity on our parts. We don't want any of that crap on our company. Goodbye, Vic Mignogna. Good luck finding more work if you can. And this kind of shit can ruin a voice actor's reputation. Now, guys, I want to be honest with you again on my YouTube channel. Again, I like to be very, who I am. I don't like, even though I have a lot of fans and a lot of YouTubers watch me and a lot of people watch me. I have over 78,000 subscribers. But I don't like to be boastful about anything on this channel. I'm a human being just like everybody else. And I just want to let you guys know that even if you are real famous, you think nobody... It's kind of ironic because he voices a character in the Dragon Ball universe that's supposed to be the legendary Super Saiyan. Nothing can hurt him.
As long as I've been doing events, which is a long time, I've always been very demonstrative. Hug everybody, you know what I mean? That's just always been who I am. You could go back and find panels from or Q&A or autograph sessions from 10 years ago, 12, 15 years ago, and I'm doing the same thing. That in my mind, it's a way of saying thank you and expressing kindness and appreciation and warmth and support for a lot of people that could use it. You know what I'm talking about when I say that. But here's what I've learned. It has never been my intention or desire to offend anyone. And I would like to think that the tens of thousands of people that I've met over the years know that. But there are people that don't want that kind of interaction. And I have not been sensitive to them. I see that as I've been reflecting on what's been going on. And here's the thing, guys. Voice actors are no different than you are. We're bozos. I mean, honestly, we're just dumb humans trying to do our best, you know what I mean? We're just trying to get along in the world, and we stumble and we fall, right? How many of you know that you do that, right? How many of you would pray to God that somebody didn't follow you around every minute of the day with a camera and log every dumb thing you ever did or said? You know what I mean? Again, I don't want any of this to be negative, but any kind of claims of assault or I even want to use those words, molestation, or abuse. No. And my heart hurts for the people that actually have been, and my heart hurts for anyone who feels that. I am mortified to think that I would have made somebody feel that way. I am certainly not, not perfect by any means. I've been very blessed to have a career in this field and to do a lot of great shows, and I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for that. But I'm just a dumb guy like you, just trying my best, and trying my best. And so I want to apologize if there's anyone in here, I don't know, if there's anyone in here that ever had an uncomfortable moment at my expense. I am so sorry. That was never my intention. Do you hear me? I mean, I want to make sure I'm communicating to you clearly.
We're here for you, man.
Just because 1,000 people want to hug doesn't mean everybody does.
These things are what can hurt a voice actor, Sometimes, sorry, I'm getting a little teary. These things can hit home to people. You don't owe anybody anything. Voice actors have a job, and that's to entertain you guys. And they show their love by, just being a blessing, by hugging people. And the fact that we live in a world where we can just attack these people, these famous voice actors, and they win. And these people win most of the time because nobody likes to be the bigger man, or woman in this case, and just likes to be on the side of justice. No, they would rather just take the easy way out and assume these voice actors are terrible people. And believe me, I've been down that route. It's happened to me before. I've met some people that accuse me of things like that, and they do take advantage. But you have to stand your ground. If you know you're not wrong, and if you stand your ground and don't act in a way that shows off as suspicious, then I have respect for you. I have a lot of respect for Vic Mignogna. The fact that he responded to everybody around him in such a positive manner and apologized and said, "I'm sorry if I made anybody feel uncomfortable." That's a bigger person. one of his close friends, Monica Rial, which is again the voice actress for Boma, um, said in the Twitter, and I have quotes here, on January 31st at 4:18 p.m. of this year, Monica said to a fan, "This is all I have to say to the matter," and this is the picture she uploaded.
Monica made a tweet somewhat addressing the issue, saying that this is all she had to say about the matter, before linking a picture on Instagram that says, "I believe and support survivors." When I saw this, I was incredibly disappointed that she came to this conclusion. I was really hoping someone from Funimation would come out and say, "Let's wait and see if any new information comes up," or better yet, not say anything at all until there's enough evidence to say whether or not there's been any wrongdoing. You see, what's effectively happened here, by Monica publicly saying she believes survivors on this matter, she's saying Vic is guilty. By doing this, you've condemned the man before he'd even been able to defend himself in a court of law. I spoke with Monica, and unfortunately she seems to be another one of these people who, when you point out the lack of evidence regarding these allegations, she thinks it doesn't matter and that it's okay to assume someone is guilty without sufficient proof. You can see through these tweets where I try to reason with her and make rational arguments. She doesn't want to address these points and instead just evades them. To me, what I say here is common sense, where I ask that we should wait until evidence comes to light before we cast judgment. She says she isn't casting judgment. What? So, making a tweet where you say on the matter you believe survivors isn't casting judgment? Right, okay then. So, at this point, she knows I've caught her out, so she's just like, "Thanks for filling me in on my intentions," trying to make it sound like I'm mansplaining or something. Well, actually, I'm just going by what you said. It's called evidence. When I pointed this out, she could only resort to laugh emoji.
Now, I don't want to talk bad about Monica, okay? As a voice actress, I respect her. She's done a lot of great work. And again, my friend Sunyal Metalhead at this convention met her and said these things about her. He met Monica personally at this convention and said that she was very pleasant. These are words that came out of Sunyal Metalhead's mouth. He said that she was very pleasant. She was calm. She was very tame, very friendly and nice. And that she shook hands with Sunya Metalhead, and she does give hugs. So I don't get why Monica would be against Vic, because she's done hugs, apparently, just like Vic, and why would she assume that? And it's all because, some people, I don't want to bring up controversial things, but again, guys, I mean this out of respect, so don't take this the wrong way, but sometimes it does have to do with gender. Sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. I don't want to be sexist or misogynist about this topic, but sometimes if you're a guy and you hug a girl, it's so much easier for everybody to believe that the girl was right about you being wrong. They're like, it's a good imagine if you're a guy and you hug a girl and the girl says, "Oh, he touched my butt," and somebody didn't see it, but somebody overhears it, they're more likely to believe the girl is like, "What's wrong with you, dude? You're a pervert. What's wrong with you?" Because sadly, that's the stereotype that we all believe, that guys are, can be pigs and stuff, and that's not the truth. Now, it does happen sometimes. There are going to be those cases where, yeah, sometimes the guy is a pervert, but not in this case. I don't think Vic did anything bad. From the videos I've seen of him online, he's just giving hugs, friendly hugs. He's just showing his appreciation to fans, almost like you would give a hug to a family member or a close friend. So that's my 2 cents, guys. Again, I know this might be a controversial video on my YouTube channel, and I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people, and I know it's going to upset people. But I want to be honest with you guys about how I feel about this, and I think poor Vic didn't deserve any of this treatment he got. If anything, Vic is innocent of proven guilty, like my friend Sunyal Metal had said. But again, me personally, I defend the guy. He sounds like a genuine person. And from what I've seen, I think he didn't do any of these things. I feel he wouldn't have done these things. He seems like a very honest-to-God person. And the way he speaks and his mannerism reminds me a lot of me. And I know you guys can know when somebody sounds like they're not fake. As you guys can tell, that I'm very honest. I stutter, my voice gets choked up. I don't want to be boastful about anything about my YouTube channel, about myself. We're all human at the end of the days, guys. We're all human. I just feel bad for Vic. I just pray for Vic that he's able to come back from this, and that all this shit just gets brushed aside, and that it just has a good resolution in the end. And I hope that Vic doesn't get cheated out of any other roles he gets in the future, or he doesn't. I just don't want him to have a bad reputation, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And this has been your boy, Rosie Rascal 15. Leave your thoughts and your opinions in the comments down below. And I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And I give respect to everybody. And God bless you guys. May God watch over you, Vic Mignogna. May God watch over you.